said that Brooklyn needed a little balance, I think we found it. The chains niggas pitching, we found it all in the fountain. To the top we mountain, at the top we bigger than mountains. Take your shit, we bouncing. Ain't no making no damn announcement. Said I gotta get it, gotta have it, don't you forget it. Steady representing, it's a habit, I never quit it. Got a lot of carrots and snow bunnies, never committed. Watch me murder this. Track record got me acquitted. Ain't a situation I can't handle. I'm Kyrie. We flatten the earth from birth. Niggas won't try me. Know that jungle be concrete. Money on your head, on. See, any day I perform play, I can hit it beyond 3. I'm cold. Show you what I'm about, motherfuck the clout. Niggas was in the drought, we had to change the route. I'm feeling like LL, you know I'm in the house. And I'm used to invading shit, I'm probably in.
Welcome back to another episode of Brooklyn's Balance. Y'all said y'all needed a little balance, and we got that for you. So today, we are about to get into a big topic, because you know the word for 2019 was toxic. This year, it's accountability. So to have this conversation, I need to put a little bit more people at this table. So again, you got your usual suspects, Coach Rod, Miss Cammy, and our 2 special guests. We got Tay here with us, and we got Mr. Canary Diamonds. Tell them a little bit about yourself, guys, so that at least they can know before we jump into this conversation that's going to make y'all look so different.
Yeah, I go first. Avid sneakerhead, I love music, and I live life to the fullest. That's it.
Yeah, short, simple to the point.
Yeah.
A lot like you, I'm an optimist, realist. I love to read, I love literature. I'm a spiritual witch by profession, so don't try me.
Got me
Gotcha.
Hey, Beth.
Don't be scared.
So
You're going to get scared.
today we are jumping into toxicity and how people are toxic. So I feel like people have been running with this word, so we're going to start with a definition. So a toxic person is an abusive, unsupportive, or unhealthy emotionally person. What this means is that person brings you down instead of building you up. So right now, we're going to focus on females. There's a lot of toxic females out there. There's a lot of traits that females have.
It's about 2 billion.
Being toxic. There's half of the girls that Rod dates
Toxic.
is toxic.
Ooh, I hope
So-
they don't watch this.
So again, we started off our podcast with accountability, right?
Hey.
And if it's not that many women in the world that's not going to take accountability for it, I'm going to take accountability for it. I've had toxic ways, and I know what toxic traits are. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to just tell you about me as far as when it comes to toxic. So when it comes to me, I do push men to their limits. We having a conversation, I know what's going to get you mad. If I want a response, I'm going to get it. Straight up and down. I'm going to push limits. I'm a person that likes to fight. If I got to use my hands to get your attention, I'm going to get your attention.
Ooh.
If you block me, I'm going out my way. You don't answer my texts, texting your girlfriend. Yes,
times.
I've done that. I'm not the other female. I'm just saying in certain situations I have done that.
Push toxic.
Very violent. I'm the person that's like, call the cops. And then when you get there, I'm like, nah, hear me first. But very toxic when it comes to that. I'm also a person that, you don't do what I asked you to do, I'm pretty sure I'm going to find somebody else that's going to get that done for me.
So she just summed it all up, ladies and gentlemen. Continue the episode.
I'm just saying. So there are a lot of toxic people out there, and females need to take accountability for that. It starts with mothers. I can't even hold you. Our mothers put us to that point. There's certain things. It's like if you want a man to do certain things for you,
Gotta manipulate.
that's it.
Elaborate a little on that.
Yeah.
In terms of the
I was about
ladies,
to say
elaborate a
that.
little on that.
You beat me to it.
Elaborate on that a little bit.
As far as men, well,
Man, if you late, what the hell?
well, so let's say if you want to, my relationship that I'm in now, I drugged him, got him drunk. You want something, you gotta go out there and go get it. Got him drunk, yes I did. Me too, move. You can do what you want to do with that. I don't care.
Stay right there. We got it.
Listen, I'm saying like if you want something and you tried every way, such as talking, communicating, competing, now it's like now I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get you. Point blank period. I'm also gonna sit you down at the table because you also know what kind of men that you can deal with and can't deal with. Yes, females like aggressive men. We get with those aggressive men to learn their ways. To then, later on down the years, we want to go date the
So you
accountant
say
man.
you get with them to learn their ways. What do you mean by that?
The same way how they manipulate women, we go on and we learn
Well,
those
we're not
traits.
talking about
Men do so. Men, a lot of men who I have dealt with I was a person that never spoke out and said a lot of things.
Okay.
You've
Same
known me
here.
for years. Have I always been this way?
No, this is new.
That's
this
it.
is new to me. That's
And
right.
sometimes I give it to you. It takes certain people to go. Don't let people run all over you. Don't let people talk to you that way. This
Okay.
is what you need to do. This is how you have to do it. But it
Right.
also teaches you how to pray on people as well. So
Elaborate.
when certain men want to date certain females, they know certain females that they want to deal with. Like I can either go with Scotty Too Hottie, this one, or I can date this plain Jane girl who probably got all her money together. So right now I want to go play with this one. So she's gonna think that this is all I'm into. And then somewhere along the line, you know, I realize she's gonna now start succumbing to the ways that she looks, the things that she does. So now I get
Right.
2-in-1 packages. So we do that with males too. You get with aggressive men to then be like, you know what, the guy who does accounting and does all this other stuff, I'm gonna go get with him. And you sit there and you try to force him into, you gotta be stronger than that. Don't let nobody.
So you're trying
right.
to mold him into something that you
Right.
want.
Right,
Manipulate.
and that's toxic. I should just accept you the way that you are. We
So-
should not be going to build a bay.
So is that something like what Simone said, I don't like to do with a 9 to 5? Is it like the same thing?
Nah, I wouldn't say that because she was
Is that
strictly.
manipulating anybody?
Yeah, that's what.
No.
Yeah, she was strictly
Okay.
talking about like professional level. She wants somebody that's a boss. That I don't think.
She don't
that
want to
has
build
anything
them.
to do
They
with
should come like that already for her.
Okay.
I mean, but
Even
a
though she
lawyer
started
is
from
a
the
9 to
ground
5, right? A doctor is a 9 to 5. I think she's talking about
that.
entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship, yeah.
You know,
But
she don't want nobody rich.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that if that's what you want, if that's what you
I didn't
want, and
feel-
if you know.
I didn't think she said anything wrong, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
I
would-
don't find that to be toxic.
I
That's
think
what
the
she
people
want.
out here with no money felt that way about it. Because you ain't say that on another episode. I'm not saying you ain't got no money, but you ain't say that on another episode. You felt the way about it. You brought
Yeah,
it
I
up
see this. I'm
again.
broke.
I really can't recall.
He's
We'll
on
find
a
out.
Wayne tonight.
We're gonna find
I
it.
got 3 jobs, by the way. so-
Oh, boy, 3 jobs.
Three jobs.
He's Terry
Look
Crews.
at
He's
this.
very cheap. He won't give you nothing there, not a nothing.
Smart.
But ladies,
Right.
had,
Not cheap, you're frugal.
Right, exactly.
You're frugal.
Don't
I got
condone
you
it.
the same way.
Right.
any toxic ways?
I think the first toxic trait of anybody, male or female, is that you're a liar. A good liar is a good manipulator, a good toxic person. But if you gotta learn how to lie to be toxic, or somebody has to be really good at lying, telling stories, making up things, crying, goddamn, drop the hat.
I used to be that way. I'm a Scorpio, Pisces moon.
The
Definitely.
trying.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going.
I lost it. I was
We
like,
ain't all right.
like-
They
We ain't
know.
gonna sprinkle no voodoo on here like
I'm
something.
a water sign, and water signs are very manipulative. You know how water, can
Fits into
manipulate
the
and
crack.
fit into whatever form it can.
Every day, they know.
We are a manipulative group of signs, and I am too in one. So I know a lot about manipulation, and I used to be that way. But you have to, at some point, take accountability and, grow from that. Because, you don't get genuine things.
Right. When you're manipulative.
Manipulative.
Exactly. I agree with that.
I disagree. I
No,
disagree.
you might get the
She
things
like,
you
what's
want,
for me is
but
for me. I
it's
don't
not
care how
genuine.
I got it.
Because you had to manipulate somebody to do it.
Right, to
If
get
they
that.
would have did it, they would have did it out of kindness to their heart. You
That's
had
what
to
I mean by
persuade
genuine.
them in your way to get it from them. So it's not really genuine.
I might be genuine in her mind.
Yeah,
but
in her
it's not
mind-
genuine to me. So
No,
what
it's
you
not
got?
genuine. It's as long as she got it.
Right.
Get it how you know how.
Alright, so just to put out an example out there. So the hot topic this week is Meg Thee Stallion and how she went on live and basically all she wanted was for
And
Tory to
apologize.
admit what he did and stop making her look like a liar. And sis, you left out some information. He apologized to you 15 hours after it happened. You let us to go on and believe that this man just didn't say nothing.
How do you apologize
And I
for
did.
shooting
I
somebody?
don't know if
Exactly.
you
I was about
remember,
to say that. Like,
I said that.
Should- They ass back.
What she's doing is she's separating the two situations. She's saying while she could be saying, I don't want to say what she is saying, but what she could be saying is while he might be completely 100% wrong, maybe 150% wrong,
Right.
she is still toxic for not being 100% honest.
Right.
So I can understand that.
But I remember I said we don't know the whole story. We was talking about it, and I was like, nah, something ain't right. I'm like, nah, we don't know the whole story. I was like,
Listen.
nah, Tory canceled. I'm
Well,
like, nah.
I
don't condone
We're gonna
this
go
shit.
back.
Cancel.
You guys were not there for that. I keep it real with you. The person who wanted to cancel Tory was Cammy.
And I still do.
I stand by her, but I'm not canceling my catalog, and I'm gonna explain to you why. And this is the point where I think everybody messes up at, and this is where we're toxic. So yes, we want to cancel Tory because the person who raps about shooting and doing all this other stuff, because let's be real, the rap culture is built around drugs, violence, and all this other stuff.
That's
Right.
the hood life.
Right.
So he shot her in the foot. Okay.
In the pinky toe.
That's fine. But when Fab smacked the daylights out of Emily and knocked her teeth out,
That didn't happen.
y'all still, we still had video, and
Of him
nobody
yelling,
did
not him
nothing.
touching her. That didn't happen.
You know,
Well, we wasn't there. Wait, let me give
Allegedly.
y'all more examples. The next one is everybody faithfully, and we all have done it, and I went on everybody's page, and I wish somebody would lie at this table. We use them Ike Turner memes
Not me.
faithfully.
Not me. Go on my page
do
right now. Not me.
And
You know what?
They have
I used one.
shared it a couple of times.
Not me.
But there's a lot of people, and this right now, this culture is let's just cancel Tory Lanez and all his music. That's they domestic problem. That's them. That is them. That
I
is
agree with
them.
that.
Your job is still to be an entertainer. You cannot fire an entertainer for doing something personally that we don't know that neither one of them told. Now, is the action right? The action is not right. But what I'm trying to point out, because I'm not talking about none of that, is Meg is toxic. You go after these type of men. Your first relationship was that,
She
and
said
that man got snatched from you by the next video vixen. And then you got with him, and yes, everybody didn't know, you kept that to yourself. Then there was words that you was getting with Future, and then it was also words that now there's a video that you out there in the pool with your other security guard. You looking a little comfy, cozy, and everybody's like, well, where was your security guard? So I'm just being real. You're a toxic female because you also go and you chase these men, and us as females need to understand that we chase those men at one point or another. We have done that.
Absolutely.
We are
I
toxic.
love the
This is her learning that level of toxic. It's her choice on what she wants to do. When she asked that man for an apology, don't get me wrong, the apology wasn't right. You can't apologize to me for shooting me in the foot, but again, you still don't know. And
If that's all she wanted.
and that's it. So now mind
That's
your
toxic.
business and let's
If
get
somebody
back
shoots you
to
in
this
the foot,
mixtape.
she's slightly.
You can't though. Once the cops get in it, it's out of her jurisdiction. She can't do anything.
It was a crime committed.
Yeah, it's a crime
Correct.
committed. I don't care if
Correct.
you.
But she didn't
even
say
if she
nothing.
want to drop the charges,
It's
he
a-
has
it's
a
a state.
The
felony
charges to
pending.
drop. It's done.
He
The
can't.
state could open up a criminal case.
If she's
against
like,
him.
yo, you know what? I don't want to press charges. All right, that's cool. But he had a gun, and that gun is
That
illegal.
fast possession.
So you gotta come back to jail, brother.
So that's that problem, but you still can't cancel his music. You're
Oh,
not
no,
going
no,
on
no,
Spotify
no,
right now to remove all the music.
Let me say that because you just reminded me of a thought I had. So we have to understand what celebrity means now, today. Everything evolves. So does everybody's idea of what a celebrity is, and everybody's idea of what support is, and you have to live with that as a celebrity. You have to understand that once you become a celebrity in 2020, these are the things that
Your
you got to do to
business.
keep your business.
Amen.
And he was not smart, he was dumb, and he did that crime as an idiot. Tory Lanez, that was stupid.
No,
You
that's a
got
fact.
pissed
I agree.
drunk.
But do we
But
agree
Meg is
that
still
Meg
toxic.
Absolutely.
Meg is still
And I'm not
toxic.
negating that.
And that's how that goes. And now the only reason why we're taking the step to look at Tory is because of Meg and whatever situation they got into. Because yet again, you still, no matter how drunk you are, whatever level, like I said at the beginning, that you push a person to, she pushed him.
And
You're
I agree with
toxic.
that,
And I
but-
said that.
So now are we
But
canceling
people-
Are we
Meg?
collectively
She
agreeing
should have.
though?
If you're gonna
can't do
do
that.
it, let's be equal opportunity employers.
So you're canceling
and
Meg
she
too?
gotta
I'm
go.
not canceling
So
Meg.
until
I'm not
then,
canceling
you
Meg.
not
I can't
you.
cancel Meg.
Because
Nobody
she's
can
But I
cancel
said I
nobody.
could point out her
That's not what
toxic
I'm
trait.
Y'all gotta cancel toxicity. The same thing that you gotta
So
point out.
because we canceling Tory, we canceling Meg?
No.
Because you lied?
No, because lying is not the same as shooting a
But
person.
you said in order to be a
So-
toxic person,
You
right?
gotta be a good liar.
And she lied. She had us going for
That's
weeks,
fine. You could lie all you want. That's still not as bad as shooting a human being.
but she's still
Of course.
toxic.
And that's
Of course.
fine.
That's-
I think
like
we
I
agree
said a
on
They
trillion
were-
times.
points.
Yeah, like I said a trillion times, she is toxic, but it doesn't equate to him shooting her. He's canceled.
They're both
because he
toxic,
shot her,
and they've
period.
signed
Of
up
course.
into that agreement, and
Right,
that's
they're
their
toxic
business,
to each
and that's
other.
their
And that's fine.
But
toxicity.
y'all don't think the culture promotes like
Of course,
That's all
yes,
it
they
is?
thrive on.
So then let's cancel the culture. You can't
You can't do
cancel.
that. We need the culture.
So then,
You can
therefore,
fix it.
you gotta look at it.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not canceling nobody.
You can fix
Their
the
actions,
culture.
yes. All
Their
right.
answers
You-
cancel themselves.
Listen, you
We
shot a
can't
woman,
do nothing.
It's no excuse for shooting a woman. If
What
she was,
would be excuse for shooting a woman?
There's no excuse
None.
for shooting a woman.
It's not.
Unless she had a gun.
Unless she had a gun.
And
And
y'all
she
was,
drew first?
Yeah. Take 10
Then I would
pictures
definitely
to
cancel
spin.
both of them.
All right,
Y'all
then
both
that.
psychotic.
But there's no excuse for shooting a woman. He's dead
Right.
wrong.
Another female that is toxic, and I don't care what happens, you're toxic, is Tahiri.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Y'all gotta put
Tahiri
me on
got
game.
on marriage boot camp, and she's dating another male
She mad?
in the industry.
That was a money play though.
Or
Still-
marriage boot camp in
Yeah,
itself
who's-
is a money.
Yeah, that was a bag.
It's a bag.
It wasn't really
So
dating.
she was dating him, and he's also a violent person. That it is.
Joe
That's
Budden.
toxic. No, the next
No.
person she
Oh,
was
it's
dating,
also
she's
you
in
guys.
marriage boot camp with him, and she threw an apple at him because he wasn't answering her, or he wasn't listening to
Try to
her,
get the doctor.
or whatever the case may be. And she was also saying a couple of insults, and on live TV, when you've had enough, you've had enough. And he got up to go 1-800 choke that hoe. And it doesn't, there's no reason to choke a woman, but females gotta understand there's no reason for you to do those things.
no
I'm gonna take it back
reason.
one more before I let y'all
Action
go
deserves
further.
reaction.
There's one more. So maybe 6 years ago, and I'm gonna throw y'all for a loop, there was a girl on a train who was getting crazy with the 8-ball jacket. Remember the guy in the 8-ball
Oh
jacket?
yeah, she's
Yo.
toxic, bro.
But
She
she's,
deserves
they, and that's you pushing limits with a male, and you
That's legendary.
got hit back.
Shout out
So
to April.
us females, whether you Meg, whether you're Tahiri,
I agree.
you know the consequences of what comes to you, and you know the people that you deal with. You knew the person that you got into a car with had a gun. You knew that this man who you're gonna keep hurling insults at on live TV was gonna hit you. You also knew that if you kept provoking a man on the train when he was coming home from work 20, 30 times, making fun of him, that he was gonna hit you.
But didn't
So,
she hit
again,
him first too?
Yeah.
Right, yes.
she
Yeah.
still
Slap the
you
shit
can hit
out of
him. You can hit
I agree
physically.
with
You
you.
can hit verbally. You can hit which way. It's
I want to know
still
about the
toxic. But these females, ladies, we're toxic.
Of course.
I feel like everybody
Everybody
has
has
toxic
Everybody
traits.
is toxic.
Yeah.
Everybody has toxic
Absolutely.
traits. It's when you don't take accountability. Going back to
Is
episode
when
one.
when you're not
When
growing.
you're not aware of your toxicity, because everybody got what they deal with. They grow up the ways that they grow up. They
Grow up, yeah.
develop that armor. They develop a facade, a mask that they put on to show the world, which is fine. But if you're not aware of yourself, like, look, I could go 0 to 1,000 that quick. Don't hurt my feelings. And you around motherfuckers who want to joke all day and crack jokes and shoot the dozens and all of that, like. And you can't take a joke, like, you gotta know, like, look, I can't joke with y'all, because I'm sensitive, and if you come for me, I'm gonna blow this motherfucker up.
Yeah, but that's
You know what I mean?
gonna
I'ma blow
spark
this
'em to
place
keep
up.
going more though. You know how people is. Once you tell somebody your weakness, they gonna prey on it.
And is that
Well-
toxic?
Hell yeah, of course.
Well,
Somebody
we
preying
taught
on
that,
your
though.
weaknesses.
That's-
That's weak.
what people need to start doing is not putting themselves in situations to get to those points. And that like kind of goes back to what she was saying, like, why are you getting in these situations with these men knowing that you're going to get in them situations?
no
We
one-
have to learn, we have to know ourselves enough to be like, I'm not going to do that because I know how I'm going to react and it's not
not
going to
good.
be good.
Especially you know like their background. So you went from one dude who had a couple toxic traits and you've seen that to go for another dude, knowing his background. So don't lie and say, oh, I didn't know his background. Or she said, I didn't know he was like that. Come on, you have to know
Yeah.
something.
Now you know
We
You have to
know.
know something.
And that's another
To
thing,
them-
too. It's toxic to be in denial.
It's a turn on though. That's what.
Right.
You don't see like everything.
It's a facade.
I'm toxic. I got good pussy. Like that's
Right.
a turn
That's-
on to them. That's how they feel. So this is why they mess with the men that they mess with.
Right.
It's weird. Don't get me wrong, but I see it all the time. Like they promoting like it's positive. Like oh yeah, I
Right.
slapped my man. I mean,
And
no,
that's the
fucking-
problem. Because it's such a, it's just out there in the open. People are like, matter of fact, maybe I should try slapping this nigga. Maybe I should slap this nigga. Maybe I like that type of
not
shit. Let me
try
go
to
try it out
do-
until they're like, oh my God, don't think I hit me.
Or they accept abuse from men and they think that's a form of love.
Love,
because,
right.
And then
oh,
they
he
keep
hit
going
me,
back.
he loved me. No, he don't love you if
And that-
he will walk away from
And
you
that goes
before
to
he hit you
childhood
back.
as well.
And that
Yeah,
goes
because
into
you watch your
sex.
parents, yeah.
And she was
You know
saying
what I
about
mean?
parents.
Or you watch your parents,
Parents,
you know.
yeah, yes.
But
I don't
she said
see
that.
how it happens, but because if I watch, you know, a dude hit my moms, I'm not gonna grow up and hit women.
But a lot
Listen,
of people do.
it's a
though.
lot of us out here.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's it.
I
That
vow
plays
I
on the
would
mental.
never, ever be in any kind of abusive situation ever. From
But
watching
you'll
my
never
own
know
person.
that. You
You'll
can't
never
make
know.
that vow until people, when we go back to courting our episode, how long you said it would take for you to date and talk to somebody between you and Mo? Y'all all felt like, oh, you know, a week or two. And I said, no, we got to go through seasons with people. I got to see you at your worst and your best before
Yeah.
I can figure that out if I
Yeah.
want to deal with that.
Because I think
We
that
gonna
happened
also
when y'all
roll
like
that
2
in here
weeks,
too.
something
I didn't say
like
2 weeks.
that.
No.
Or 2 months.
No, I was.
But
that
talking
was,
to people, it kind of seemed, I was like, no,
Well, talking
talking to
Question.
people
take
is
some
different.
time.
Right.
Yeah, question. You said 2 weeks like to get into a full blown relationship, or
to
just
go talk and then go on a date. I'm still not going on a
Courting.
date with you until we've had conversations for maybe like 3 months.
I think 2 weeks is pretty good.
I mean, that's too long though.
Yeah, I say 2 or 3
how
weeks
can you-
to go
how-
on a date.
How
Right,
can you?
yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. 2 weeks on a date.
Yeah, okay.
3 weeks for a date. I mean, 3 months for a date.
That's too much.
I'm not staying for 3 months. My attention span.
I already went to 6 restaurants by that time.
Yeah.
It's
Six
toxic.
noons.
We out there dating other
How is
people.
that
It's
toxic if
toxic.
that's
Wow.
what
It is.
You're not giving
You're
me nothing.
supposed to
You're not
get
giving me
to know
nothing.
people.
Right.
You don't
Yeah,
know
you
what
got
I
to
have
have
to
other
offer you.
that men
You
need.
do
Yeah,
not. You do not
no,
have the entitlement to get to know anybody unless they allow that to happen. So you can't say that that's toxic because
You're
the
never gonna
person-
learn anybody. You can go out with
But
somebody
that-
in
if
2
that's
weeks
your-
and he got
yourself
beef
up,
and
you
you
give
got
somebody-
shot.
That doesn't make it toxic. If that's their choice, that's their choice. They're not hurting anybody because they want
Right.
to do
Right.
that. So, that
So
doesn't
to
make
me,
it
if you
toxic.
want to get to know me, I need to know you. So we won't be taking 2-3 weeks. We'll be taking 3 months. I'll know your favorite color, your favorite drink. We'll get to know each other
You
and
can
all
do
that
that
other
too.
But
stuff.
It's all on
y'all,
a date.
y'all can do that on a date. That's
Right.
that's the purpose.
That's
of
the
a date.
icebreaker. We do
And
that.
this is what brings me to this next example. So, since Santana, who's seen Joe Budden date Tahiri,
Fine.
Kaylin Garcia,
It's getting hot in here.
all of these people, you thought he was going to be different for you, with you? But you've watched his full-blown relationships out there. And every person is going to be different in every
Well, you're just a
situation.
dumbass if you just keep doing it. But they
Yeah,
hang around.
And
Yeah,
I
but
will
you're
not
not the
be the
same-
person that's going to be the dumbass.
Nah,
I
but
need
you're
to
not
sit
the
and
same
figure
for
that
every
out.
person, though.
But
You can't say
also,
that.
but
Because-
what did
But
that
that's what I said. You're not the same for every person. So you need to sit back and
that toxic?
you gotta fix.
That's
It is,
what I was
and
gonna say.
that's
That's
my
toxic.
point too.
No, but
you're
So
wrong.
I need to sit and
Like,
take that
like,
time.
all right,
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. It's girls out there that can say, "Oh, Canary's an asshole. He cheated on me." But then, as a man, as I grow up in the relationship I'm in, my girl, she still gonna call me an asshole, but I never cheated on her. I've been a great man to her. Yeah, I have asshole traits. I'm an asshole.
We all
I admit
toxic,
that.
baby.
Yes, but I've grown from the little boy to a grown man. Now, when women, y'all have this thing where y'all feel like y'all can change a man. So
That's
That's
toxic.
That's manipulation that we've learned from our
Toxic
mother.
trait.
You
yeah,
built
but-
it bay.
exactly though. But y'all think like, oh,
You can't really
he
blame
did
your
her
mother all the
dirty.
time.
No,
Yeah.
I can.
You
You
can
can.
you can blame
Yeah.
life. You can't blame your mom. You can blame life. You can't just put it on Mama Love. Mama Love probably like, I ain't even teach you that, girl. Please don't
No,
don't
she
blame
didn't.
me.
I mean, Mama Love
That's
probably
your
got
life
that from somebody.
experiences.
Yeah.
Right, Mama Love probably got it from the next Mama Love.
subconsciously
And we also got to recognize that it's also toxic to judge somebody like that. Even if it might be true.
'Cause
the
it's true for
judgment of
me.
it is still toxic.
But because of your walk of life, that's why that happened, or that's why you act that way. So if I'm dating Cammy and then we have a falling out, he might treat it different than me because my walk of life and what I've been through. He might be the greatest person for you, but I might have had some toxic traits. Everybody not gonna treat everybody the same.
And I'm having hard.
And it's gonna-
Because I messed up. That's
Yeah.
like this.
Which is
And
also
I'm-
toxic,
and that's
right?
what
Taking out
makes
your
it
anger
Exactly.
on somebody else.
That's
So
what
you
makes it
can't use a
toxic.
precedent for that, but still, you're still supposed to look at certain things before that. So since Santana should have looked before, Votto should have looked before getting into it with Tahiri, and Kaylin Garcia before. So these are things that I'm saying that you may think that that person is good for you or whatever the case may be, and there's different levels of toxic. You can be toxic in different ways.
You
When
can
we
be
go back to the meeting,
emotionally,
you can be
physically.
abusive. You can be unsupportive. You could just be a person that builds somebody down. It's not a general meaning.
Right.
And I feel like these ladies they knew that. You knew what you were getting into.
Absolutely. We
Point
all
blank,
agree on that.
We
period.
always know.
Kaylin shouldn't have jumped into a relationship with Joe after Tahiri. And Sin shouldn't have jumped in after she got warning. And this man is on TV. I'm not saying he a bad guy
She
because
was on
I'm a
TV
big
too. She
supporter.
was dealing with
Other
Erica.
females.
She was
Other
eating-
females.
and
So
Erica
he
was-
should have seen that she was toxic as
she
well.
right there.
And
Like,
Meg
she
should have
toxic,
known
yeah.
that Tori was toxic because he even had those situations
So wait,
as well.
she brought up a great topic. She said, "You always know.
You always know.
You always know." So you know, and then you just try
The
to
toxic
code it,
part in us
or
be
you
like,
try
I'ma
to-
Choose to
say
deal
No,
with
you
I don't
don't always
believe
it's
that.
know.
gonna be better for me.
Because this is like I said before, it's a turn on.
No,
Like,
I don't
it's
believe
a-
that you always know. I feel like sometimes you are not
privy to it.
aware enough, or like you didn't learn. Like
Because
I
you
grew
didn't
up-
take the time to figure it out when you were talking to them in a matter of 2,
That's
3,
where the
4
3 months
weeks.
come in.
So it's going to go back to that. So I just want to make sure that we have made that clear that, yes, take the time, get to know people through all seasons.
That's
Stop
a
thinking
fact.
you got to do stuff fast. You don't have to do stuff fast because fast get you into these situations. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Toxic Females Part 2. We jump into these men.